Have you ever observed how the identical mistakes can show up again and again, and the way humans continue down the identical path in spite of all of the proof, expecting a distinct result? These days, we're going to speak approximately why the Dukes of Sussex appear to be stuck in this loopy cycle. Their steady battles with the clique, endless complaints, and tries to construct a new image all simply lead them to worse. However, what if there is extra than simply stubbornness at the back of it? However, something deeper? Insanity is the purpose for the Sussexes' consistent repetition of mistakes already made. The Sussexes' set of rules of actions somehow leads them to the incorrect end result, frankly, to a bad result. However, they take patience. They repeat once more, over and over the same movements with self-belief that this time the fence will sincerely circulate. The lesson does not cross properly. The Hollywood Reporter accused Meghan of being a terrible organization, argumented accusations, or even recorded a video. Meghan's blood boiled, and she without delay threw herself into the fray. The primary rebuttal, as properly argued, proving that during fact Meghan, an outstanding and even very mild company, posted the mag Mary Claire, in addition rebuttals sprinkled like a cornucopia. In what newspaper PR? Service Sussex should push the data. There it regarded. Meghan and Harry continuously argue with newspapers. The case even comes to the courts. A whole lot of strength and money is spent. And the output? There has been only one time whilst the court docket acknowledged Meghan's proper. This proves that arguing with newspapers is a high-priced endeavor. If the court choice even obliges a newspaper to submit a retraction, it'll do it in important points at the closing webpage. Readers may not be aware it, and they may nevertheless have it in their heads that Meghan is a horrific company. It's needless to argue, however Meghan does it. Do you watch Meghan and Harry can eventually admit their mistakes? Or is that already past the world of opportunity? That is a trait of hers we noticed a long time in the past, and we are no longer the most effective ones. Public members of the family professional Mark Borkowski has additionally observed that the Dukes make the identical mistakes all of the time, and so frequently that it's like madness. Mark believes that on their personal, without management, the Sussexes are failing in their position, and that they urgently want to rent a member of group of workers to steer them. If you don't have a crew, you don't have a critical character checking your emotions. You are simply going to make the same errors again and again. It is the definition, of madness, truly. So I assume the first factor to do is to build a cohesive group and enchantment to them to recognize. We've made errors. They want to locate themselves a vital friend who will simply make the difficult decisions on their behalf. Can their consistent battle with the royal-owned family be a strategy, or is it simply madness? You need to pop out of this deep ghetto they're in and recognize that the entirety they have got finished to date will be undone, and they are able to start again. You may rebuild yourself with authenticity, mainly given that most of the people has short time period reminiscence loss and lengthy time period amnesia. If you enjoy parsing the essence of tales like this, don't forget to enroll in our channel and click on the bell so that you do not miss new episodes. The pair need to attention on the matters that genuinely depend, including Harry's Invictus games for wounded servicemen. You know, Invictus video games is an awesome and actual motive that Harry has placed attempt into. I suggest create a ways between them and then begin to step-by-step appearance out to unique circles of people, influencers, close to the royal family. You may do this, and by some means he's going to need to make peace together with his brother. The PR commentator said it become critical for the couple to remain proper, and said, I've learned over this year that authenticity is honestly the maximum important factor. What you are is something you cannot remake in case your soul is truly towards the way you present yourself in public. You've got an exceedingly protective function. They are in opposition to the sector, towards one of the maximum effective households within the world, with all its potential to harm them. It is hard to disagree with the reputable expert on one element. Within the definition of insanity, in a single scene, Vas Montenegro, an individual within the Away's Cry series of games, talks to the certain protagonist, talking in his trademark way approximately insanity. Have I informed you earlier than what madness is? Madness is the exact repetition of the same movement again and again within the desire of trade. Authenticity. The world became horrified while the genuine face of Prince Harry changed into visible from, under the slipped masks created by means of the royal family's PR crew. It's a face that most effective a small percent of young people like, and that, as they say, doesn't make the weather. Why do you watch the public has much less and less faith in their authenticity? Write your opinion within the feedback. Grown-up human beings hope that the 40-year vintage prince has already long passed through a hormonal rampage and could eventually be capable of tame his authenticity and apologize for everything he has said and done, especially on the grounds that it's far not possible in Percept to make up along with his brother and on the same time keep his authenticity. Meghan's authenticity is slightly crook in nature. Throwing cups of tea at servants, humiliating and bringing to tears grown men new paintings for her, giving bananas signed in calligraphic handwriting in preference to Dalmatians. That is Meghan's authenticity. All of the time she has proven it, it has brought about shock. Dukes cannot admit their mistakes on principle, because princes do not make errors, and in the event that they do, it's different princes, and Meghan constantly gets what she wants. What errors are we approximately admitting? Locating a vital friend are at the same time distinct. A friend in Meghan's eyes cannot be essential. If he is so, it's a hater, not a chum. And in standard, trying to manage Meghan, as Mark advises, even hiring a committed worker to accomplish that, is a pointless endeavor that the complete talent organization she applies to fail to address. Starting over, Meghan and Harry have already tried it, having best just moved to the us. Then Harry declared himself no longer a prince, but simply Harry, and commenced teaching everybody how to live mentally healthful through wiping the mental windscreen. He became in no time confronted with the truth that just Harry turned into of no interest to every person at all, and no one became going to wipe the mental windscreen. You've got an incredibly defensive position. They're up towards the complete international, up towards one of the maximum effective households in the global, with all its ability to harm them. And in preventing that circle of relatives is precisely where Meghan's authenticity comes into play. I am towards the Duchess being given a socially ideal photo. If we are already speaking about authenticity, there is no need to strive to expose her mild, kind, loving. The target audience at once senses the falseness and starts off-valve to say what is actual. A villainess can be simply as vibrant as a fairy. She may not be praised, but her recognition might not suffer. Now the Sussexes are in a deep ghetto, and it changed into madness that added them there, consistent with Mark. This form of madness even has a call. Perseveration is a chronic compulsive repetition of a concept, emotional or motor act. Perseverative thinking is characterized by way of continuously mulling over one concept without growing it. Emotional perseverations are realized by using getting stuck on experiencing a particular emotion. Harry continuously reviews one emotion, the pain of dropping his mom. Meghan is continuously mulling over one concept, a way to win over the royal family and make them apologize. They left the royal circle of relatives 4 years in the past, and 4 years later discover themselves inside the ghetto. Thank you for watching To The Give Up. Write within the feedback what you consider this entire scenario. Like if you agree, and make certain to join the channel to live updated with all of the new stories.